What do you remember about childhood growing up in South Oak Cliff?
I mean, there was a couple rocky roads down there, but it was here and there. It taught me adversity.
I hope bigger than that sadness will be the gratitude of just of what this coaching has meant.
I was just telling him, like, yeah, I'm always going to be here to be in your corner. I'm always going to be here to protect you. I'm always going to be. Basketball is the language of love.
Happy holidays and welcome into More Than a Game. I'm Jeff Cole. Over the next half hour, we will throw the scores out and revisit the sports stories from 2024 that made us feel something. These moments showed us the power of resilience, the impact of being part of a team, and the true importance of leadership. Here in Dallas, no sports leader is more polarizing, of course, than Jerry Jones. This year, the Cowboys owner and general manager made our team laugh, answered to his mortality, and asked me an all-time question. Do you think I'm an idiot?
Good to have you here. And Sam, thank you for bringing your water boy along. We appreciate that very much. Paper. Is he carrying your bags?
He's not.
You're almost the exact same age as President Biden. I think you're a month older. He's made a decision about his future to step away. Does it ever cross your mind at all to say, you know what, I don't have to deal with a lot of this stuff. I've got more money than I could ever spend. I just want to enjoy life in a different way.
Not in the least. Not in the least. I'd be so much wanting to be in the game, and I'd be so much wanting these problems I'm dealing with, and have you raking me over the coals. I'd want that so bad. You know, that other stuff, that just sitting on your butt, that gets old quick.
What would it take you to evaluate making a head coaching change in season?
Oh, I haven't even considered that. I'm not considering that. Just so you're clear, I'm not considering that.
But you've done it once before.
I wouldn't be a hypothetical in that matter. Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you?
I asked Jerry that last question following the Cowboys' 47-9 home loss to the Detroit Lions. And as you might have seen, I shook my head no, which might have saved me my Cowboys reporter credential. But that is also how I truly feel. Jerry Jones, you are far from an idiot. You have created the most valuable sports franchise on the planet in any sport ever. You are not stupid, Jerry. You are just stubborn, which many fans believe has now led your franchise to this agonizing Super Bowl drought that has almost now reached 3 decades long. Despite the disappointment of this 2024 season for the Cowboys, Marshawn Kneeland has persevered. The Cowboys' rookie defensive lineman has played on after losing the woman who most badly wanted to see his NFL dreams come true. From Grand Rapids, Michigan to Dallas, Texas, Marshawn Kneeland's football journey has been full of change. Different teams, new positions, growing expectations. But from day one, his mom, Wendy, has always been there. What would she make of all this if she was here right now?
She would probably be here right now, knowing her.
She'd be like on the fence
She
screaming?
would be, yeah. Like
That's the kind of mom she was.
Every practice that we had, she would want to be sitting right here.
Wendy Kneeland allowed Marshawn to keep dreaming about the NFL.
That support system I always had there never let me worry about life.
So when Marshawn made it pro, he wanted to give his mom everything in return.
Pretty much how my plan was is like, okay, I'm going to help my mom for all the time she helped me. That's a part of the dream that I had.
But in February, with his trip to the NFL Combine just days away, Marshawn was blindsided by a loss he couldn't see coming.
It happened overnight. I get a call from my aunt, and she told me, like, sit down and, like, you know, stop everything I'm doing. And I think I just had, like, a couple hours of, like, disbelief.
Wendy Kneeland passed away unexpectedly. Marshawn and his family have decided not to go public with the exact cause of death.
She had health problems and stuff like that, but it was nothing life-threatening.
Somehow, Marshawn found the strength to keep going, completing the combine and the draft process. How did you move forward?
I just had to lock in on, you know, how she was always there for me for football. She wouldn't want me to grieve in that situation. She wanted me to, you know, continue chasing my dreams.
In April, with the 56th overall pick in the draft, the Cowboys made that dream come true. At what point after that moment did you take a moment to talk with your mom?
It was definitely that night. I have a urn with her ashes in it. So, you know, I was able to just go outside, like take my time away from people and just, you know, basically hold that and, you know, act like she was still there.
What'd you say to her?
We made it. Yeah, we made it.
Just love his perseverance. Marshawn tells me he brings that urn with his mother Wendy's ashes to every single Cowboys game. So while she is not here, Wendy has really been along for every step of the NFL dream journey so far for her son, Marshawn. We turn now to another football story, this one from the high school ranks. The Ennis Lions came just short of making the playoffs this year, bringing an end to the 45-year career of head coach Sam Harrell, one that required at one point an individual comeback. Our Mike Ducey has the story.
It's a Monday practice at Ennis High School, forced indoors by weather. As he's done for most of the last 3 decades, Sam Harrell is running the show. But this practice signifies the start of a very special week. It's quite possible that Sam Harrell will be coaching his final game for the Lions Thursday night. 6 weeks shy of his 69th birthday, Harrell is often confined to coaching from a motorized wheelchair. For a second time in his career, MS, multiple sclerosis, has taken from him one of the things he loves most, coaching.
Well, it affects my leg, my walking. I can't walk, you know, that's why I'm on that scooter. But and it will also affect my arms at times and my voice.
Sam Harrell has been down this road before. He came to Ennis in 1994, resurrecting the football program, winning state titles in 2000, 01, and 04. But in 2009, he was forced to resign as he battled MS the first time around. Stem cell treatments in Panama followed. He regained his strength and returned to the program in 2018. But now MS has stepped in again, and Harrell is forced to step away.
I just don't feel like I can coach like I'd like to coach.
When it comes to coaching high school football in Texas, Sam Harrell has been the gold standard, a Hall of Famer, a big-time winner. But to hear his longtime assistants tell it, Sam Harrell's legacy goes far beyond wins and losses.
He's touched countless lives. He always reminds us that's what the good Lord's going to ask us, you know, someday. It's not going to be state titles or wins, you know, but did you impact any lives?
Whenever new coaches would come in, he would tell them, you know, ways that you can lose your job. One of them was how you treat the kids. We don't belittle them, we build them up.
Sam Harrell is the son of a football coach, and now his 3 sons are coaches too, including Graham Harrell, former All-State quarterback and state champ in Ennis, who later played in the NFL. Sam appreciates the fact that he now has a chance to coach the sons of some of the players who once suited up for him. For Harrell, coaching is not just a job, it's a calling.
I kind of look at Coach Harrell as like a father figure. Like, he's been there, you know, he's a warrior. All the stuff that he's gone through, you know, he never gave up. You know, he gave his all. And I look up to him as a hero.
I think he's just been an unbelievable rock for this entire community.
And when Harrell takes the field for a final time, not entirely on his own terms, those who care about him most know it's just not fair.
To see him go out this way is not the ideal, but, you know, he's taken it very well. And it's just going to be hard. It's heartbreaking.
Those emotions are easy to understand, but as Sam Harrell studies game film in this office that's been his home away from home for all these years, he does so with a biblical reminder close by, telling him to be strong, to be courageous, to be not afraid. Still, is he ever tempted to ask, why me?
Yeah, you're right, Mike. I go through that, but then I also think, man, aren't I about the luckiest guy in the world, you know? And so I have to remember the good times, you know, and not just think about the bad things. There will be some sadness, I know, but as I said earlier, I hope bigger than that sadness will be the gratitude of just of what this coaching has meant, and being in this community has meant, and being at this school has meant to me and my family, and so I hope there'll be some happiness there too.
Coach Sam Harrell with our Mike Ducey. Harrell finishes his career with over 230 wins and a legacy of molding young people that is sure to live on in Ennis for generations to come. Coming up, the Mavericks coach that gives Kyrie Irving just the tough love he needs to be great on the court. And the quarterback who won it all for Dallas ISD that has SMU football back contending for national titles when More Than a Game returns. Welcome back to More Than a Game. I'm Jeff Kolb. Quarterback Kevin Jennings is more than just a winner. The SMU football captain is a true coach's dream when it comes to building a culture. That has been clear this fall as Jennings led a Mustangs program clouded, of course, by hard history, back to national contention, navigating difficult moments to get there, just as he did growing up in South Oak Cliff. History isn't scarce on the hilltop, where SMU has made its home for 113 years. But in this arena, this fall, the Mustangs are taking their first pony steps into the deep end of 21st century big boy college football. And as far as the dream of shocking the world by bringing a football championship to Dallas goes, quarterback Kevin Jennings has been there and done that.
Jennings to the end zone for Coley. Jason Todd calls Kevin Henry Jennings the Aaron Rodgers of Texas high school football.
He led SOC to its first ever state title. What did that mean?
You know, just honestly, it was like that moment was so surreal. As that age, like after winning state, didn't really know what it meant, honestly. But, you know, looking back years later, it was like a big moment.
What that title represented for the South Oak Cliff community where Jennings grew up gives the moment even greater meaning.
Only inner city school in the state that won. It's about showing the young kids that there's a way in life besides the streets.
What do you remember about childhood growing up in South Oak Cliff?
I mean, you know, it was a couple rocky roads down there, but it was here and there. You know, it taught me adversity.
Rocky roads, what comes to mind?
You know, like just different things outside of there, things that's, you know, probably not the best for me to see at a young age.
What does this moment for you mean to the kids today in SOC?
Yeah, hopefully just get them a thing to just look up to, like a thing that like you can always do anything you put your mind to, honestly.
When you look in that kid's face, in their eyes, what do you see?
You know, just a lot of excitement, honestly. You know, as a kid, I knew I was the same way, you know, trying to get autographs, you know, looking up to that guy right there. So I know what it means.
Winning state didn't put Jennings on the fast track to playing time at SMU. Heading into this fall, his third season with the Mustangs, head coach Rhett Lashley named Jennings the backup quarterback to Preston Stone. Even as the backup, the respect Jennings had from his teammates was uniquely clear when they voted for him to be a team captain along with Stone.
Two quarterbacks, that rarely happens at any school, so it was just a blessing for both of us.
Stone started the first 3 games, but in Game 3 at BYU, the roles would change as Jennings ended up playing the majority of the game. You lose the game,
yeah.
But what happens next? Coach names you the starter.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Honestly, yes, I was kind of surprised, you know, it was honestly just a dream come true, really.
Louisville game. You get banged up.
Yes, sir.
Preston comes in, throws a touchdown, and then that handshake on the sideline, which clearly you guys had practiced, it showed me that friendship bond has been strong enough to overcome the competition. What has his friendship meant to you, especially these last few weeks?
Yeah, you know, it means a lot. You know, just coming in, you know, you have a high-level quarterback having your back.
Now 3 years removed from leading South Oak Cliff to that historic first title, Jennings has given Mustang football hope of chasing championship glory that this school has been starving for since well before Kevin was born. How much have you had a chance to study the death penalty, what this program went through, how much it would mean to lead this team back to national championship prominence?
Yeah, I definitely heard so much about it. You know, the 80s and with Eric Dickerson and them guys like that, you know, it definitely means a lot, you know, just bringing back what happened. Why not be us in the 12-team playoffs in the first year?
And of course, that 12-team playoff dream did come true. Jennings' journey has truly defied the doubters. As a recruit back in the class of 2022, Kevin was ranked as the 1,535th best player in the country. This year, legendary college coach Nick Saban told the nation he thinks Jennings may be the most underrated player in the country. Up next, the Mavericks coach with rare handles of a basketball on the court and with Dallas's top 2 superstars. Welcome back to More Than a Game. I'm Jeff Cole. Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd received very high praise for guiding Dallas to an improbable run to this year's NBA Finals, rightfully so. But there's another member of his staff you might not know as well that has commanded the respect of superstars Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. Sam Gannon has the story.
He's been imperative and just helping me grow, and I feel like he's just one of my uncles, you know, just from Harlem, New York, that's there to give me a little when I need it, but be honest all the time.
I get a chance to have an impact that most coaches don't have or most people don't have.
If you're ever wondering who that happy-go-lucky guy working out with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic all the time is, that's Coach God Shamgod. He's a player development coach and has been with the Mavericks since 2016. But one thing that stands out about Shamgod, he's going to keep it light and he's going to keep it fun. What's the influence that you bring?
I just bring a influence, I guess, of calmness. Because no matter what, I'm going to be the same every day.
You work so closely with Luka and Kyrie, and obviously those guys are the ones that get all the attention, superstars, each in their own right. What's something about each of those guys that you respect that people might not see on the daily?
They're funny human beings, too, at the same time. You know, they like to joke, they like to laugh, and that's the side people don't get to see.
Penetration by Shamgod. He's got it with a 5-move to the basket.
The basketball world knows Shamgod as a New York City legend, the dribbling master who coined the crossover dribble known as the Shamgod. You see that move all the time in today's game. And that's why players respect him so much, not just with the Mavs, but across the league. The former Providence standout, who went on to play 2 seasons with the Wizards, made his mark on the game, and his knowledge matters. You talk about Kyrie's ball handling skills, that they're top-notch. Back in the day, you had those too.
So I told him the other day, his warm-up, I said, well, this is what I'm going to take. If I'm not the best ball handler ever, then I know I sparked the brain of the best ball handler ever. We're going to work on today's move that they call the Shamgod.
Can he do your iconic move better than you?
No, I don't think no one could do it better than me. But he does it good. He does it good. Chris Paul does it good. But I don't think nobody will have the same effect.
Coach Shamgod has known Kyrie since he was just a kid, and that stems from Sham's relationship with Irving's dad that dates back to when he was a high school star in NYC. To see these two together now is really a full circle moment for the Mavs coach.
Even like when he first got here, you know, I was just telling him, like, yeah, I'm always going to be here to be in your corner. I'm always going to be here to protect you. I'm always going to be. But it's not just him, you know, because I'm the same with Luka.
Fast forward to June of 2024, and this duo has the Mavs in the NBA Finals, which is not a surprise at all to Shamgod.
Everybody's like, oh, do they go to dinner together? They hang out together? They do this together? They get together? It's like, no, I just need y'all to work out together on the basketball court because basketball is the language of love.
As a Providence-raised guy, I could tell you God Shamgod is royalty in Rhode Island and a very smart keep by Jason Kidd when he took over to keep God Shamgod on staff in 2021 and beyond. Up next, the moment of the year for our FOX4 Free-for-All team. That's ahead when More Than a Game returns. Finally, on More Than a Game, our team's moment of 2024. It happened back on March 7th when our Mike Ducey celebrated his 30th anniversary here at Fox 4. We had a very special show that night with video messages from sports icons like Jerry Jones, Troy Aikman, and Dirk Nowitzki, but we decided to save the very best messages for last.
Congratulations on 30 years. I know neither you or I really thought we would be in Texas for 30 years, but they seem to have adopted you, despite your loyalties to the Hawkeyes. Your talent, your humor, your authenticity comes through every day and in so many ways. And your Fox family and our family are really lucky to have you. Congrats.
Hi, Dad. Congratulations on 30 years at Fox 4. You work for Fox? Just kidding. The dedication and the passion that you've shown not only in this job but in every area of your life is incredibly inspiring to watch.
I can't believe that you've been at Fox for 30 years, and looking back on it, I'm just reflecting on how lucky I am to have watched someone be so dedicated to what they do. I'm so lucky to have gotten that in a dad, and not only were you dedicated with your work, but just every area of your life. Like, no matter how late you would be at the station, you would always wake up in the morning to walk me to school. Even if I was in high school and I was like, stop walking me to school.
That's not fair, guys. Wow. Yeah, that's what it's about. Those are my girls. I was greeted with kindness from that very first day, as I mentioned, from Clarice and from others. And I've been greeted with kindness really every day since. And I'm reminded of that whenever I'm out and about now. And so many of you who take the time to come up and say hi. It does mean the world to me to have been here for all these years. Going to be here a while longer as well. As you said, we'll keep having fun and bringing you the very latest every night on Free for All.
The Ducey family for lending Mike to us as the leader of our Free for All show, which this fall celebrated 6 amazing years on the air. Big special thanks to our entire Fox 4 team, including sports photographers led by Chris Hanks, our producers Landry Russell and Ethan Herrera, to our incredible operations guy Jay Souls, our leadership led by Jeff Gurley, Robin Whitmire, and Bruce Smith. For Mike Ducey and Sam Gannon, I'm Jeff Kolb. Happy holidays, and thank you so much for watching More Than a Game.